The first person to speak today is going to be the mastermind behind this event, which was originally meant to be live in person in the beautiful historical city of Vilnius, or Vilno for our Polish friends here on the call. And this lady is somebody I met actually when she was a mafiosi, I think, because I've been roped into this game that people in District 108 play called Mafia. And this is how I got to meet a lot of the people on the call today. So some of the ladies there, guys, you got to watch out because they look nice. They look very elegant and pretty, but behind the scenes, they're killers with a taste for blood. It's art, after all. And this first speaker, our keynote speaker for today, is somebody that has quite an interesting background in many respects. She's a professional software developer and still works as a software developer. She actually even wrote a book called Human-Computer Interaction while being a university lecturer. And that book is like a recommended textbook in the war of Ukraine. Ukraine has a big reputation for IT, for science. So really, she knows her stuff. This lady knows her stuff. But she's got an artistic side as well. And she started sketching as she joined Toastmaster. And recently, some of her sketches have been exposed in Europe, in the US, in Barcelona, in Zurich. So she's definitely an up-and-coming artist. And to give us the keynote speech for today, Picture Your Life, let's welcome the mastermind of this event, the mother of one of Warsaw's most terrifying feline, the one and only Viktoriya Tudoran.
The earth without art is just a. Art has always been like a miracle, and people making art, magicians. To make one picture, they spend a lot of times, long hours, days, years in their dark studios. Thanks to that, today we could admire amazing masterpieces in museums and galleries. Those people created a fundamental knowledge base and an infinite source of inspiration for future generations. However, life at those times was slow. The changes in urban, industrial, or even natural environment were miserable. No cars, no plastic, no global warming. The only thing that was the same, different kinds of pandemic. It took centuries for humans to learn how to draw shapes, how to draw light, how to draw movement. The 19th century changed everything. Small inventions gave artists more freedom. For example, a tube. Paints in tube was a revolution. It keeps media fresh for a long time. It allows it easily transport. And finally, you could not be afraid of mess up everything in your suitcase. So, such a small thing allows artists to go out their dusty workshop outside to the open air. What does the open air mean? Sun, rain, wind, mosquitoes, and other romantic stuff that pushed your work forward as fast as possible. Your environment needs new methods, new approaches, new materials, fewer details, more impression. The world became faster, and art kept up with those changes. The Renaissance lasted for 3 centuries. The Impressionism for 10 years. Artists tried to fit this new reality. However, at the beginning of this art revolution, they still followed academical art principles, and even bravest of them stuck to the traditional conceptions. One day, an article of one gentleman changed everything. How do you think who was this gentleman? You can write your ideas on the chat, and I could give you one hint. He was not an artist. He was a well-known scientist. A scientist whose theory showed that there were no rules in the world. Everything is possible. Everything is relative. Yes, this gentleman was Albert Einstein and his theory of relativity that marked the beginning of the new era. This theory entailed a storm of invention in industry, science, art, literature. And the famous Black Rectangle by Kazimir Malevich is exactly about this. Let's cross out everything old and make new beginning. Fernand Léger, the French artist who worked at the beginning of the 20th century, said, if a pictorial expression changed, that is because modern life necessitated it. The things imagined are not as fixed as they were formerly. When someone crossed the landscape by an automobile or an express train, it became fragmented. The view through the window of the train, car, or an automobile windscreen, in combination with speed, has entirely altered the real look of things. He said it 100 years ago. Could you compare speeds at those times and speeds now? Sketching initially was defined as something incomplete, something that is not real work. However, the changes in the world, the modern life paces, moved it to a separate art field. Sketching is not only drawing, it is a way of thinking how to grab the idea and show it in the simplest and the most sketchy way possible. Sketching in art is a tool how to show life here and now. Sketching in studies help you to make quick notes. Sketching in business is a tool to mark main points of your offer. Sketching in public speaking make your speech unique and adds fantastic dynamics to your delivery. That's why the cover photo for this event is an urban sketch of one European city. You could write in the chat ideas what the city it is, and soon I'll tell you the answer. Today, we will have several workshops devoted to sketching. The world has changed, and today art is not a privilege of the elite caste of magicians. Art, drawing, sketching is for everybody. Sketching as a way of thinking is very useful in the all life areas. For example, if you are drawing outside, you never know how much time do you have, because the weather could change, your model could escape, you could be kicked off by a policeman, or if you are in the restaurant, your food could just arrive. No matter how time do you have, 5, 10, 15 minutes or an hour. Any moment you stopped, your work should look finished and complete. Since the beginning, you should know the idea, the message you want to deliver, and very quickly mark it with a contour. 5 minutes, and your message is already recognizable. If you have more time, you could add details layer by layer. Moving sometimes focus depends on situation. We planned this event as a hybrid meeting with the offline part in Vilnius. But COVID decided to come back and we were pushed to move everything online. But due to the fact that we already had the contours, that common conception, those corona circumstances even gave us more time to add more layers and more details. Sketching is a way of thinking, make you more resilient. At the very end of this day, we will learn how you can sketch your speech. Sketching consists of lines, dots, circles. And today, Anna Marin will deliver an amazing practical workshop. As a result, you all will learn how to create flip chart for your training or presentation. So at the end of this workshop, you receive a ready-to-use tool. I'm an engineer, so all those dots and lines are very close to me. That's my everyday job, but sometimes I'm really tired of all that and I need something unlimited, something without borders. And what helps me to relax? Watercolors. So it's such a pleasure just to pour paints on the paper or on the canvas and look how water create an incredible effects and mixed colors. If you still don't have watercolors in your home, I'm pretty sure that after the workshop delivered by Anna Sergeyeva, you will run to the shop and buy some. As an urban sketcher, I travel and draw a lot of cities. What I try to do, I want to show the city mood, its pulse, its character. That's why I hardly ever use the real colors of this city, because real colors could change very often, depends on season, on the day, of the time of the day, on the weather, but do seldom the color of the character change. Sorry, my coffee machine, let's listen a little bit. Okay, coffee machine is ready. Not yet. And let's come back to the colors, to the colors of the city. So the colors that I choose, they are the colors that reflected on my personality, how the city reflected on my personality. I noticed that for the same city, I usually use the same colors, no matter how time passed in the previous sketch. and to use different colors. I have to find all the sketches, put away main colors, and push myself to do something new. As each city has their main colors, all people have their colors as well. And now I am talking not on my impression of you, but I'm talking about you, your impression of this world and of yourself. Because colors have their secrets. Colors you like, they define your personality, your behavior towards other people, and your strengths. But one power, one asset, I can reveal to you even now. You all are very talented in digital art. You all could create fantastic design with different applications, and you will do it in several minutes. I hope that everybody have installed Canva application on your smartphone. Check it, you still have several minutes. Because soon, due to the modern technologies, we all become artists with Dagmar Kundekova. Modern technologies gave us audiobooks. I personally prefer to read books by myself. You know why? Because my characters usually speak in my head completely with different intonations and in different tempo. The same situation is with films. I think that most of us experience that when you come to the cinema after the book you read, and oh my God, who are those people? It's completely different story. It's completely different message. Storytelling is a very delicate thing. Storytelling is an art. It's not only about a main hero and several life events on the timeline. How to tell the story, how to describe persons and things, what emotions to emphasize, what words to use to create the same image in humans' mind and their heart, and make this image familiar and clear to everybody. Magda Alekhnovich, a storyteller by profession, passion, and experience, share with you your secrets today. The art of speaking, the art of drawing, the art of storytelling. Which one is more important? The most important is the art of freedom. Be free here and now. Be free to answer unexpected questions. I'm telling now about the art of impromptu speeches. Freedom has its rules. Freedom needs preparation. And Svetlana Ivanova knows something about those rules. Don't miss her workshop, The Art of Storytelling. Improvisation, as a sketching, is a way of thinking. And this way of thinking increases your resilience. As you know, we plan this event in Vilnius. And those of you who are citizens of this city or have at least one time been in the city, you probably recognize this place. It is the Rupes Republic on the Vilnia River, not far from the Vilnius city center. It is a republic in the middle of the city, the Republic of Free Artists. Feel free in your dreams, be free in your creativity, and picture your life with us. Florian, stage is yours.
Wow, thank you very much, Viktoriya. Picture your life and let us be free. What a beautiful speech and a beautiful message.